Good morning, beautiful people. Again, welcome to episode number 4 of the Daily Grounds Grind and Motivations. I'm your host, Dro the Sound God. Hopefully, you've been getting a lot of motivations out of these messages, these daily messages. Uh, you know, this one's going to be a little bit longer than yesterday's, but it definitely. And I have some notes written down. So let me pull up my notes here. Let me put my notes up. So it says in my handy dandy notebook. For those that know where that came from, let me know in the comment section. But one of the easiest things that we can do in this world, and it comes easy to some, is complain, place blame, quit, or settle, right? It's easy for us to quit. It's easy for us to complain, right? To blame it on somebody else, not take accountability, not take ownership of, our own thoughts, our own actions, and just, pawn it off onto somebody else. Um, so average people talk about problems, right? And again, when we talk about problems, we're putting it on somebody else. We're making an excuse for why something isn't getting done. We are, why we're not being successful in our business, why we, can't reach that 100, follower mark, that 1,000 follower mark, if that's what we're looking, even in our content creation, right? So average people talk about problems, but great people talk about and discuss solutions. So I know a lot of y'all are not average, right? You are not average. You behind this camera, the person that needs to hear this message, are not average. You are great at what you do. You are great in the aspect of only you can do what you do. Nobody else in this world can do what you do. They can do it similar to how you do it. Now, that's a totally different story, but they cannot do what you do. So stop worrying about what the masses think, the opinions of the masses, and start worrying about the way you think of yourself, the way you look at yourself, right? You looking in that mirror and believing that you are a great content creator, that you're a great writer, a great business owner, a great, person, um, a great leader. If you do public speaking, a great public speaker, right? Don't worry about what everybody else thinks. Okay. All those opinions that everybody else has of you, all it is feedback, right? It tells you where you're doing good at. It also tells you where, some of the things that you might need to work on. Use it as constructive criticism, but don't dwell on the opinions of the masses. You just need to worry about what you think of yourself. You got to worry about how you look at yourself in the mirror, right? So that's one of the biggest things, is make sure that you're not taking the easy route and complaining or blaming or quitting or settling, but actually talking about the solutions, being great at what you do. Talk about solutions and not the problems, right? Problems are always going to be there. Problems are going to come, but it's how we solve and come to a resolution and a solution to some of those problems. That's forward thinking. That's being great at what you do, leaving behind a legacy in everything that, that you possibly can do. So again, man, shout out to y'all for, tuning in. I went back to Sumatra. The Sasquatch gave me a little heartburn. So cheers. Oh man, Sumatra. Yep. Uh, let me know in the comments. Do y'all put creamer in your coffee? Do y'all like it straight black? What type of creamer? What flavor creamer? I know there's a billion out there. Cinnabon, caramel macchiato, French vanilla. What kind of creamer do you use? Let me know. And if you have any recommendations for coffees or teas, please, by all means, shoot them my way. I'm always here to test it out. We got some French press coffee that we'll be doing here real soon. But nonetheless, don't be mediocre. Don't be average. Be great. Leave back and behind a legacy. And again, start worrying about yourself. Start worrying about how you talk to yourself, how you look at yourself, and not worry about how others look at you. Right. And I read something, I think it was early this morning, that said, if you want to be great, hold on. What did the saying say? Oh, if you want to succeed the rest of 2024, stop worrying about opinions and just execute. Stop worrying about the opinions of others and just execute. What you execute will, you know, be that defining moment. What you execute upon will end up leaving that long lasting legacy that you're trying to leave. And I know all of us are trying to leave a legacy, whether it's for our kids, in our business, in our walks of faith, right? We're trying to make sure that we're not average. And I know none of you guys out there are average. So, again, stay elevated, stay blessed, and keep going. We will see y'all tomorrow.